Hello everybody, welcome to Season 2, Episode 5 of My Cadaver's Horror Pub Trivia. I am Mike Cadaver.
And I'm Betty Cadaver. And well, this season's just blown by. We're already on the last episode.
And for Pete's sake, guys, it's your last chance to scan the QR code and play along on the app, so why don't you go ahead and do that now?
Because you know, there are only really two great things about this show. The app and the gorilla.
Let's go to that.
Just your everyday trivia gorilla here. Here's how this all works. The idea of this is that you're in your favorite pub playing trivia with your friends. For each episode, we'll have 3 rounds of 10 questions. The rounds get harder, so if you're using our app, later rounds are worth more points. Speaking of the app, visit trivia.horrorpubtrivia.com. All the information you need is there. If you don't use the app, a regular pen and paper will work too. Other than that, prepare yourself for spoilers and have fun.
By now, you're all familiar with what this first round is.
So let's fail the burn and name that movie.
Question number 1. What 1990 film is this line from? Want a date? Question number 2. What 2005 werewolf movie was directed by Wes Craven and stars Christina Ricci?
What's blood for, if not for shooting?
Question number 3. This teen horror film from 1998 is all about the teachers at Harrington High being taken over by aliens.
We all go a little mad.
Question number 4. Another teen horror movie, this one from 1998, tells the story of the parents of the high school kids turning to mind control to help their children behave. Question number 5. This 2023 horror comedy is about an unlikely exotic animal terrorizing a sorority house.
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
Question number 6. This 2023 film tells the story of Dracula's boat trip from the old country to London.
Don't give it any help. It knows too much already.
Question number 7. This 2023 full moon film is the 5th movie in this series all about the vampire Radu and his lust for the bloodstone. Question number 8. This 2016 film written and directed by Anna Biller has 70s aesthetic and a woman abusing love spells.
It's Halloween. I guess everyone's entitled to one good scare.
Question number 9. This 2019 Lovecraftian film, directed by Richard Stanley, features Nicolas Cage, a meteorite, and a plethora of cosmic horrors.
It's all true. The boogeyman is real. And
Question number 10. This 2000 take on H.G. Wells' The Invisible Man shows Kevin Bacon's CGI wiener.
Number 1. What 1990 film is this line from? Want a date? Frankenhooker. It doesn't matter how much we talk about Frank Henenlotter's films, it's never enough. Somehow Henenlotter can make a film that will make the synopsis sound tame, even this one. Man takes pieces of multiple hookers to create his own creation. Even as crazy as that sounds, it will not prepare you for what actually happens in this film. Always imaginative and always surprising, this film is no different. After all, with a tagline like this, a terrifying tale of sluts and bolts. How could it not be? Number 2. This 2005 werewolf movie was directed by Wes Craven and stars Christina Ricci. Cursed. You'd think that Wes Craven and Kevin Williamson, who wrote Scream and the screenplay for I Know What You Did Last Summer, would make this film a slam dunk, right? Wrong. The screenplay was written in 2000 to mention films trying to rewrite the werewolf genre. Say that 5 times fast. But what they ended up doing is reshooting it 4 times. What hit the screen is a far cry from what Craven and Williamson had in mind. You can look online to see what exactly happened to it and what this movie could have been. However, I'm a sucker for Christina Ricci, and it was good enough for me. Number 3. This teen horror from 1998 is all about the teachers at Harrington High being taken over by aliens. The Faculty. Once Scream came out, the race was on to get their slick teen horrors to market. The thing is that some of them were actually really great. The Faculty starred some big names that went on to even get bigger. Josh Hartnett, Clea Duvall, Elijah Wood were big up-and-comers, but this also starred Jon Stewart, Piper Laurie, Famke Janssen, and Selma Hayek to round out the school's faculty. Like a lot of films of the time, the CGI was questionable, but it was a fun flick with a great soundtrack, including a cover of Another Brick in the Wall Part 2 by Class of 99, whose members included Lane Staley of Alice in Chains, Tom Morello of Rage Against the Machine, Stephen Perkins of Jane's Addiction, among others. Number 4. Another teen horror movie, this one from 1998, tells the story of the parents of high school kids turning to mind control to help their children behave. Disturbing Behavior. Yet another slick teen horror movie from the late 90s, starring Nick Stahl, Katie Holmes, and James Marsden as the angry youth. This is as slick as it comes. I'm not sure how many of you still remember this one, or if it had a lasting impact on the horror community, but it definitely had a bunch of clever one-liners, disaffected youth, and adults attempting to control the youth. Sounds like a sure thing for those of us in our Jinkos and Frosted Tips who were pissed off in the 90s. Number 5. This 2023 horror comedy is about an unlikely, exotic animal terrorizing a sorority house. Slaughterhouse. With the advent of the internet, it seems like chicks love weird animals. Like even Betty has become enamored with Highland cows, capybaras, and yes, sloths. It's not shocking that someone had the idea of taking one of these cute, quote-unquote cute, animals and making them into an antagonist for a horror film. This one is played for laughs much more than it's played for scares. That's not to say that it doesn't have some sweet kills though. When I think of this one, I think Child's Play, except for instead of a talking, sweet-looking possessed doll in their house, they took an unassuming exotic animal with anger issues into their house. Number 6. This 2023 film tells the story of Dracula's boat trip from the old country to London. The Last Voyage of the Demeter. I think that this is a fantastic idea for a film. I can't think of any Dracula adaptations where the trip on the Demeter was more than glossed over. Obviously, there was human drama in his storyline, but basically this movie was about Dracula kicking butt on his trip to London. When Dracula wasn't CG, looking like Smeagol, he was played by Javier Botet. If you're unaware of who this is, he's Spain's version of Doug Jones. His tall, spindly frame, paired with the strange way he's able to move, has opened up a ton of roles for him. I think the most horrifying thing that he's ever been is when he played the monster in the attic in Wreck. Number 7. This 2023 full moon film is the 5th movie in this series all about vampire Radu and his lust for the Bloodstone. Subspecies 5, Blood Rise. I'm a sucker for 90s full moon films. I'm also a huge sucker for the Subspecies series. Give me the adventures of Radu and his quest for the Bloodstone any and every day. The original Subspecies film was filmed in Romania and released in the summer of 1991. One interesting choice about this latest installment is that they had Anders Hove playing himself in a flashback parts before he was a vampire. Let's just say that he's been playing this role for 22 years. He's looking a bit old for those parts where he was supposed to be young. At any rate, this is a great entry to the series and definitely a recommendation for me to check all of them out if you haven't seen them. Number 8. This 2016 film, written and directed by Anna Biller, has 70s aesthetics and a woman abusing love spells. The Love Witch. Although this movie gets a lot of credit for its look and feel, that's not nearly all there is to this film. If you watch and listen carefully, you'll notice many references to past horror films. Anna Biller was inspired by 60s pulp magazines that showed the power of femininity and witchcraft on their covers. She was intrigued by their sexual power and mysticism. Listen, that's all well and good, but even I really enjoyed this movie. You're not going to see much in the way of tropic scares, but as a man, it can make you think twice. Question 9. This 2019 Lovecraftian film, directed by Richard Stanley, features Nicolas Cage, a meteorite, and a plethora of cosmic horrors. Color out of space. Purple. It's purple. The color that came out of space that you can't describe as purple. Jokes, I get that it's impossible to truly put an H.P. Lovecraft idea on the screen and adapt it in a way that does justice to the source material. I think that Lovecraft did that on purpose, like, we all know he was a grumpy old hermit. This gave him license to grumble and complain about any potential screen adaptations of his work. Alright, I'm joking, but this is a great one with Nick Cage getting a little weird. Check it out. Number 10. This 2000 take on H.G. Wells' The Invisible Man shows Kevin Bacon's CGI wiener. Hello, man. Why is it that Kevin Bacon's wiener keeps coming up in this trivia? This is the second reference I've made to it this season. Anyhow, this movie had a ton of potential. Kevin Bacon, Elizabeth Shue, Josh Brolin, Rona Mitra all were amazing. And I'd be remiss if I did not mention that this was before Rona Mitra had made it big, so you basically get to see her butt naked, which that was great. Still, something was missing from this one. There are plenty of theories as to what about this film missed the mark, but in my opinion, it seemed too stifled with most of it happening in the lab. That's not to say it was bad, because it's not. I think the full potential was never realized. What do I know anyway? Don't listen to me, I'm full of crap.
My name's Betty Cadaver, and now we have
Aubrey?
Jen.
we have Aubrey and Jen. Okay, gonna have you pick a card, any card.
You pick. You get a good one.
Oh, her eyes are closed.
Yeah. Okay. He told you how it works. Best 5 out of 6. Okay. Night of the Living Dead, 1968, was filmed in what type of monochrome form?
Black and white?
Ah! That was a good guess, yeah. In the Hellraiser series, 1987 to 1992, the Cenobites are what kind of creatures?
What was
I thought you told me one time that's what Cenobites are, honey. Didn't you say that once? I think they're Cenobites.
I don't know. Other than Cenobites, I don't know.
Extra dimensional? Extra dimensional.
Extra dimensional?
Yeah.
Okay, that's. You knew that? That's tough.
Yeah. Extra dimensional. Okay. What is the name of the vengeful entity that emerges from a well in Ringu? 1998.
I don't know the name.
Wait, what is the name of?
Ringu, the ring, the Japanese version?
Yeah.
What's the name of the entity that comes up?
Oh, I know the American, not the Japanese.
Samurai?
Samara is
Samara?
the American one.
That's the American one.
Yeah. Do I get half a point? 3/4?
I got nothing.
Sudoku? Sudoku.
All right, well. All right.
Thank you. All right.
Okay.
All right, I'm Betty Cadaver, and we have
Jason.
Jason. You ready? Okay, pick a card, any card. Okay. You ready? Who directed Alien 1979?
Oh, geez. Either Cameron, he did the second one, or guy that did Gladiator. Damn it, don't come to me. Cameron did the second one, so it's the guy that did Gladiator for the first one. What the heck is his name?
I don't know.
Ah.
Tick tock, tick tock.
That's going to drive me insane. I know this.
Do you want to pass and I'll tell you the answer?
Nope. One more second.
I guess there's no real rules to this. I didn't give you like a time or anything, so you get like 2 more minutes.
I'm just going to make you mad because I know it's because he did. James Cameron did the second one. Okay, I feel dumb. Go ahead and pass it.
Ridley Scott.
Ridley Scott, yeah. Yeah.
5 more. The movie Shivers, 1975, and The Brood, 1979, were influences on James Gunn. Is it Gunn? James Gunn when making what 2006 movie?
What were the two movies there?
Shivers and
Slither. Yeah. Well, no, Slither's the 2000.
Shivers.
No, Slither's the name of the movie that James Gunn did. No, I said Slither's the name that's James Gunn. Yeah.
I mean, that was the answer.
Yes.
I was like, no, it's.
Yeah.
I was like, I can read.
Yeah.
Oh, we already did this card, but okay. What was the profession of Guy Woodhouse, the husband of Rosemary, in Rosemary's Baby, 1968?
He was probably a banker or something. I don't know.
Final question. Final answer?
Yeah, sure.
Actor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Ridley Scott one's really because I'm like, damn it, I know it's him.
Okay, one more, or was that it?
Yeah,
Thanks, though.
Sure.
Okay, our winner today is Matt. Good job, and thank you for playing on our show. Make sure to check us out at horrorpubtrivia.com. Thank you.
Trivia.com. Thank you, horror.
You're watching OSI 74.
Garbage day! Huh? No!
Hi, I'm Eddie Spaghetti, and I'm here to tell you that Here Lies has arrived to OSI 74. So prepare yourselves for nostalgia, a few laughs, and who knows, maybe you'll learn a thing or two. Yeah, we're going there. Here Lies, Fridays on OSI 74.
You're watching OSI 74. Only the weak cry.
Alright, everybody, the name of this round is Apocalypse Now. And before I start regurgitating jokes from episode 4, round 2, no, this is not about the movie. It's about movies about the end of the world.
Oh, so the light, fun episode we've been waiting for.
I mean, not all end of the world movies have to be full of despair and harrowing.
Yeah, name one.
Okay, so we got, how about This Is the End, directed by Seth Rogen. We've got Shaun of the Dead by Edgar Wright, and how about The Road by John Hillcoat?
Wait, did you just mention The Road? I mean, I've read the book, I haven't seen the movie, but there's nothing fun about The Road in the book.
Well, so I've never read the book, but I have seen the movie, and it ends with a musical number. It's great.
Are we sure we're talking about the same road?
I think so.
The one that stars Aragorn Mortenstein?
Yeah.
Alright, my bad.
Question number 1. In Neil Marshall's Doomsday from 2008, who plays our heroine who leads a group of badasses into Scotland to find a cure for the Reaper virus? Question number 2. Who plays Robert Neville in a film from 1971 based on I Am Legend written by Richard Matheson? Question number 3. In Land of the Dead from 2005, what is the name of the high-rise building where the rich and powerful live? Question number 4. In Cabin in the Woods from 2011, what monster did Hadley want, but wasn't chosen, to dispatch the sacrificial kids in tribute to the Ancient Ones? Question number 5. In what movie from 2018 presents a post-apocalyptic world inhabited by blind aliens that possess acute hearing? Question number 6. What is the name of the 2010 post-apocalyptic vampire movie starring Nick D'Amici and Danielle Harris? Question number 7. In Army of the Dead from 2021, what city sets the stage for a heist despite the world being in the midst of a zombie apocalypse? Question number 8. What film from 1956 that had many remakes takes place in Santa Mira, California and features alien seed pods? Question number 9. In the brutal movie from 2021, the Alvin virus has taken over Taiwan and is known to mutate those who contract this disease. Question number 10. In Shaun of the Dead, where does Shaun suggest they go to wait for it all to blow over?
Number 1. In Neil Marshall's Doomsday from 2008, who plays our heroine who leads a group of badasses into Scotland to find a cure for the Reaper virus? Rona Mitra. From the moment I saw her half nude in Hollow Man, I fell immediately in love with Rona Mitra. However, even if she wasn't the star of this one, this is an awesome flick. We've got a low-rent, half-crazed Billy Idol-looking guy leading a band of post-apocalyptic punk rockers eating the flesh of their prey. We've got Rona Mitra in the snake role, busting into a restricted Scotland to bring back a cure. Definitely a mashup of Escape from LA and Mad Max. Definitely one to check out if you haven't. Number 2. Who plays Robert Neville in a film from 1971 based on I Am Legend written by Richard Matheson? Charlton Heston in Omega Man. Out of all of the films based on I Am Legend, this is definitely the most far out, man. Vincent Price plays Robert Neville in The Last Man on Earth from 1964, who's a buttoned-up doctor. Will Smith plays Robert Neville in I Am Legend, who is a badass survivor. Charlton Heston plays a wild and swinging dude who's always ready to party. Serious though, this was filmed at a time of the rise of Black Power movement, and it had been a big impact on the look and feel of this film. This actually features the first interracial on-screen kiss. Number 3. In Land of the Dead from 2005, what is the name of the high-rise building where the rich and powerful live? Fiddler's Green. 20 years after the previous installment of the Living Dead series, this sets the scene in Pittsburgh, where a feudal-style government, where Paul Kaufman, played by Dennis Hoffer, is in charge. Mostly because he's got the most firepower and sits in the penthouse of an almost impenetrable high-rise. Although this one doesn't get a ton of love from the horror community anymore, and it's definitely not brought up as one of Romero's best. At the time of this episode, it has a 6.2 on IMDb, which is pretty good. I figure I'd watch anything that has a 3.0 on IMDb or above, and this doubles it. Number 4. In Cabin in the Woods from 2011, what monster did Hadley want but wasn't chosen to dispatch the sacrificial kids in tribute to the Ancient Ones? The Merman. I'm not entirely sure why the merman isn't used more in horror movies. The merman in this film was only shown for a short period of time, but looked horrifying. Would look horrifying in the water, especially, since I assume it could move quicker there. Sure, we have horror movies with mermaids. She Creature from 2001 comes to mind. Also, Cold Skin from 2017 actually has mermen in it. Maybe I shouldn't be complaining too much. Honestly, you know what? I take it all back. At least with mermaid movies, there's a chance to see... never mind. Number 5. In what movie from 2018 presents a post-apocalyptic world inhabited by blind aliens that possesses acute hearing? A Quiet Place. I don't know what it is, but this is a film I found difficult to get into. Maybe it's because I can only see John Krasinski as that dude from The Office, another show I couldn't get into. I haven't seen any of the sequels yet, and there's a brand new one being released this year, 2024. Oh, well, I guess it's my loss, right? Number 6. What is the name of the 2010 post-apocalyptic vampire movie starring Nick D'Amici and Danielle Harris? Stakeland. Jim Nichol, the director of this film, was another director that seemed to be doing a lot of things back in 2010. He and the star of this film, Nick D'Amici, came onto my radar with Mulberry Street from 2006. This is one of those 8 films to die for in the After Dark Horror Fest. Back in 2006 to 2010, every year the After Dark Horror Fest would run a film festival in the local theater. I just read that they did it again in 2015, which I did not know about. I'm not sure if they did it every year, but I definitely know they did it at least twice. Want to know how I know? Because I was there. I took the day off, sat by myself in the theater, and just enjoyed a day full of brand new horror movies. It was great. Anyhow, back to Stakeland. This one was all about making your way through a world after the vampires had taken over. This one stars Connor Paolo, Nick D'Amici, Kelly McGillis, and even has a small part played by Danielle Harris. Number 7. In Army of the Dead from 2021, what city sets the stage for a heist despite the world being in the midst of a zombie apocalypse? Las Vegas. They really did a great job assembling the cast of ruffian mercenaries tasked with a heist in a zombie-ridden casino. Dave Bautista, Ella Purnell, Omar Hardwick, Theo Rossi, among others. This was an action-packed gore fest. The character of the money man who hires these mercs is none other than Hiroyuki Sanada. You'll definitely recognize him from his role in the original Ringu from 1998. In this film, he taught me that you don't have to say easy peasy lemon squeezy if you're Japanese. Number 8. What film from 1956 that had many remakes takes place in Santa Mira, California and features alien seed pods? Invasion of the Body Snatchers. As of this writing, 3 adaptations of The Body Snatchers have been made. Invasion of the Body Snatchers from 1978, Body Snatchers in 1993, and The Invasion from 2007. In my opinion, the 1978 version is the best. That one starred Donald Sutherland, Brooke Adams, Jeff Goldblum, Veronica Cartwright, and Leonard Nimoy. However, that's not to say that the original wasn't great. Obviously, I didn't see this one until many years after its release. It starred a very young and very convincing Kevin McCarthy. Truth be told, when I watched the 1956 version for the first time, I already knew that Kevin McCarthy was the bad guy from UHF in 1989. Man, I'll tell you what, that guy didn't have near the imagination that Weird Al had. Number 9. In this brutal movie from 2021, the Alvin virus has taken over Taiwan and is known to mutate those who contract the disease. The Sadness. Warning, this one is brutal. It's a simple plot with a couple trying to find each other and reunite in a diseased Taiwanese city, while those in the city who are infected turn into straight-up sadists. I'm not sure where in the pantheon of the most extreme movies this may sit, but let me submit to you that it is up there. You know those homemade soup type movies? The ones that you put on to feel comfort and happiness? Well, this is not one of those. I'd suggest that this would be in the same category as movies like Martyrs, Irreversible, and the like. There isn't much time to catch your breath once this one starts up, so good luck and Godspeed. Number 10. In Shaun of the Dead, where does Shaun suggest they go to wait for it all to blow over? The Winchester. We all have that one place, our home base, when it comes to a place to meet and talk with friends. For me and Betty, it's obviously the Cadaver Tavern, but for Sean and Ed, it was the Winchester. It's wild to me that this one is turning 20 years old this year. Endlessly quotable and hilarious, it's no wonder that this is the standard to which horror comedies are now measured. Written by Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright, they would both go on to have very prolific careers. Edgar Wright would go on to direct Hot Fuzz, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, The World's End, Baby Driver, Last Night in Soho, among many others. We all know that Simon Pegg would have a prolific acting career, including parts in the Star Wars and Star Trek series.
It was 1945, the night of the graduation dance. The war overseas had just ended. The terror at home
Roy.
was about to begin.
Roy?
Come on, kid. Don't play hard to get. What about New Year's Eve?
Well, that was different. I couldn't help myself.
The Prowler. If he wants you, he'll get you. Tonight, the terror begins again.
They never found out who did it. But it had to be someone in town, someone who knew that she was called Rose. And Mark, that guy still might be around here.
Oh, man, I don't believe this. You're talking about something that happened over 30 years ago.
Whenever the time was right, he'd come back. The Prowler. If he wants you, he'll get you. Night after night, he waited for her. The Prowler. If he gets you, you'll wish you were dead. You're safe, but you're dead wrong. The Prowler, coming soon.
There's a special night in the lives of all of us. A night to be beautiful, to be desirable. A night we can break all the rules and make our own. Prom night. Everyone at Hamilton High is getting ready for prom night. It's a day of rehearsals, arrangements, final preparations, and last-minute phone calls.
Nick? Wendy, do you still like to play games?
They're too old for games, but someone still wants to play.
Why? Callie, it's been a long time. Tonight, it's my turn. Everything is on.
Tonight, someone has come to the prom alone. Someone who watches in the silent corridors.
Kelly. Help!
Someone who waits until no one can help. Prom night. If you're not back by midnight, you won't be coming home.
You're watching OSI 74. Keep watching it or I'll come looking for you. I am the greatest.
To the hip, hop, 1, 2, 3 o'clock.
A flying disc has been found.
It's alive!
Danger, Will Robinson, danger.
Nano.
Logical.
Design.
What you talking about, Will?
All systems go.
Hey guys, it's Buddha Gonzalez.
And this is Domino.
And we're here to talk to you about our show, Bizarre Transmissions from the Bermuda Triangle.
Breaking new gate.
You see, our show features wild and one-of-a-kind music videos of all genres.
And Buddha, don't forget, we also have artist spotlight, special guests, and demented humor.
That's right, it's all part of OSI 74's Secret Sundays.
That's an OSI 74. If you don't know that, you don't know nothing.
All right, everybody, we are in round 3, Revenge. And buckle your seatbelts because revenge can get pretty rough.
What do you mean, Rob?
I mean, revenge is ugly business.
Do you mean like Jason's mother getting revenge on the horny camp counselors?
Yeah, but I'm also talking about something a little worse, you know?
Like revenge for killing a shark in Jaws 3, The Revenge?
Yeah, but I'm also mostly talking about a subgenre that basically the revenge is more like appropriate and more rough than just worrying about some lazy kids and, you know, some mean shark.
I got you. Maybe we should just get into it.
Let's do it.
Question number 1. Who played the protagonist in 1978's I Spit on Your Grave? Question number 2. What was Carrie White doused with that set her revenge in motion? Question number 3. In Thanksgiving from 2023, who is the killer dressed up as? Question number 4. Name the movie where a pair of conjoined twins go on a killing spree to get back at those who performed the surgery to separate them. Question number 5. Why is Ed Harley looking for revenge in Pumpkinhead from 1988? Question number 6. In Miss 45 from 1981, what handicap does the victim suffer from? Question number 7. In 1972's The Last House on the Left, what was the name of the lead villain played by David Hess? Question number 8. What is the name of the 2011 film starring Antonio Banderas as a plastic surgeon who has created artificial skin? Question number 9. What is the 2002 South Korean film that was directed by Park Chan-wook and has one of the most disturbing endings of any film? Question number 10. What 1983 film from Hong Kong tells the story of a taxi driver who enlists the help of an evil sorcerer to get revenge on those who killed his wife, as well as his wife's paramour?
Number 1. Who played the protagonist in 1978's I Spit on Your Grave? Camille Keaton. Number 2. What is Carrie White doused with that sets her revenge in motion? Pig blood. In Thanksgiving from 2023, who is a serial killer dressed up as? John Carver. Written and directed by our man Eli Roth, what's not to like about a writer-director who not only is a huge horror fan, but has been giving us amazing films and TV since 2002, since the release of Cabin Fever. Thanksgiving was co-written by a childhood friend of Roth's named Jeff Rendell. According to Eli Roth, as told on Postmortem, Mick Garris's podcast, Rendell and Roth have had this idea since they were young kids. They loved holiday horror films, and there were a ton of Christmas movies to choose from. But what does that mean for a couple of Jewish kids? Well, it means that you create a fake trailer in 2007 about a movie set at Thanksgiving, have it be part of the Grindhouse the same year, and when all the pieces fall together, write a feature-length slasher movie. I really enjoyed this one. My expectations were definitely surpassed when I went to see it in the theater last year. Number 4. Name the movie where a pair of conjoined twins go on a killing spree to get back at those who performed the surgery to separate them. Basket Case from 1982. Ah, Henenlotter, how we love thee. Born in 1950 and spending countless hours in New York's 42nd Street, he's been making films for a very long time. From the 8mm flicks when he was growing up to his first feature-length film in 1982 named Basket Case and Beyond. This guy has a brain wired differently than anyone I've seen before. Not that I've seen his brain, I guess, but I've seen what comes from it, and it's all amazing. Number 5. Why is Ed Harley looking for revenge in Pumpkinhead from 1988? The tourist accidentally killed his son. Lance Henriksen plays Ed Harley, a father to a son he loves very much, until some punk-ass kids show up. Showing off on their dirt bikes, they accidentally kill his son. Stan Winston's directorial debut is a hell of a movie. From Lance Henriksen's intensity to one of the greatest creature designs from the 80s, this movie is a masterpiece. I met Lance here in Salt Lake when he was on tour promoting his book Not Bad for a Human. He was an amazingly nice guy and even signed my VHS copy of Pumpkinhead. Number 6. In Miss 45 from 1981, what handicap does the victim suffer from? She was mute. Another entry into the rape revenge genre, this one takes place in New York City. Of course it takes place in New York City. It was directed by Abel Ferrara. He actually started his education at the San Francisco Art Institute, where he began producing and directing short films. His first feature film was a porno titled The 9 Lives of a Wet... I think you get it. This movie starred Zoe Lund as a mute and timid seamstress who gets raped. And as the genre title would suggest, she makes them pay. Number 7. In 1972's The Last House on the Left, what was the name of the lead villain played by David Hess? Krug. Is there a more detestable character than Krug Stillo in The Last House on the Left from 1972? From telling his own son to kill himself, to killing and raping Mari, David Hess, who plays the character, even looks like a dirtbag capable of those crimes. 8 years later, David Hess actually played a very similar character named Alex in a movie called House at the Edge of a Park. In fact, a long time ago, I blind purchased a public domain collection which included House at the Edge of the Park. I had never heard of that movie, and when I started watching it, I assumed it was a sequel to The Last House on the Left. Yeah, that guy I heard is a very sweet guy and was very talented with music, but man did he look like a dirtbag. Number 8. What is the name of the 2011 film starring Antonio Banderas as a plastic surgeon who has created artificial skin? The Skin I Live In. Now, in some of the films we've been talking about this revenge round, revenge has come in a relatively short amount of time, while this one and the next one not so much. I'm not even going to talk about how this is a revenge film or how the revenge is carried out. If you've seen this one, you understand. And if you haven't, you need to immediately. This movie stars Antonio Banderas and Elena Anya, and it will blow your mind. Number 9. What is the 2002 South Korean revenge film that was directed by Park Chan-wook and has one of the most disturbing endings of any film? Old Boy. Speaking of endings that will blow your mind, this film is a practice in patience and shock. Directed by Park Chan-wook and starring Choi Min-suk, this one is also one of the revenge long games. This was remade in 2013 starring Josh Brolin and directed by Spike Lee, but unfortunately, this one didn't even come close to having the same impact. Number 10. What 1983 film from Hong Kong tells the story of a taxi driver who enlists the help of an evil sorcerer to get revenge on those who killed his wife, as well as his wife's paramour? Seeding of a Ghost. It wasn't until recently that I realized what I had been missing with not having seen too many Hong Kong black magic films. If you aren't familiar, Google Hong Kong black magic movies and start at the top. I'd suggest starting with The Boxer's Omen from 1983 or this one, Seeding of a Ghost. Every single one of these films are batshit crazy and so entertaining. My only advice is not to watch too many right in a row because you might forget which part belonged to which movie. At any rate, if you haven't seen many of these movies, this is your sign to rectify that.
And with that, season 2 is now finished.
We laughed, we cried, we vomited. Just jokes. But anyway, so remember at the end of every episode we say go check out horrorpubtrivia.com for news updates and to check out some of our other projects there. You can contact us there as well.
I'm Betty Cadaver, and I will miss you all dearly.
We'll catch you in season 3. Have a good one.
Yeah.
You call this Marley.